Hey, Canyon Cobra here, and welcome back. I will be doing a nice budget computer build, and just come along with me. And the reason I'm doing this is because whenever you use CAD, CAD takes a lot of processing power from your computer. Uh, well, not just your computer, your GPU as well. And I use Fusion 360 for all my designs, and it's just not very good in my laptop. I do have a decent laptop, but it's not the best when it comes to the program. So I decided to build a computer. It's my first time building a computer, so if I do any mistakes, obviously point them out. And don't kill me, guys. This is a budget, basically a budget build. So it all stemmed from when I went to Hardoff. I found a nice i5 8400 for about $20, and that just like immediately sparked a interest in building one for as cheap, as cheap as possible. So all this stuff you see here is used, and let me unzoom a little bit more so you can properly see it. Well, not everything's used, but the goal was to do it with a $350 budget, or the closest I could get to it. So I chose mainly the major parts that are expensive. I chose the cheap ones or used, right? So I went with a i5 8400. So 8 gen CPU, and then for my board, for the board, I was gonna go with a micro ATX, but the case that I was gonna use, well, not the case, but well, yeah, the case was built for a mini ITX, so that prompted me from to look for one of them, and I found this board brand new. It's a ASRock B360M ITX, mini ITX, new for 4,500 yen, which is about $32, I think, around there. And it's brand new. It has been tested. That's the only thing they did to it. And I mean, it was a no-brainer. I got it because one is a Gen 8 and Gen 9 Intel, so I have some upgrade. Upgrade. I can do some upgrades to it in the future, because I'm not gonna stay with the 8400. Because I need to basically I need more power, or not more power, but I need a better graphics card in a for the program. But for right now, just to meet the goal, I decided to. It's just fine, It's my first build. I didn't want to, go all out on my first build. So, but in the future, we'll be upgrading this. For the graphics card, it's gonna be a 1660 Ti from Celtec, and this one I bought for just under $70 at Hardoff. And I know this card a lot because that's what's in my laptop at the moment. But obviously, laptop GPUs aren't the same as desktop CPUs. But since I knew the card and I know what I expect from it, it was just I decided to just go with this one. I was gonna go with a 2060, but the 2060 was about $200 some, and I just didn't want to spend my whole budget on the card itself when I needed a bunch of stuff, right? So I decided on this one, and then later on when I can find a 3050, I'll splurge for the 3050, because I don't need a lot. This is mainly gonna be a editing and CAD design computer. I don't really play video games anymore, so it's just not as important, I will say. But the chip is important on when it comes to rendering and stuff. So that whenever I upgrade the chip, it's gonna be to a Gen 9 Intel. But this is the graphics card. This is just for testing. I bought an extra set of 8 gigs RAM, just in case the actual RAM that I'm going to use doesn't work. And this was like $20. And the actual RAM that I'm going to use is going to be the Vengeance LPX 32 gigs of RAM from CORSAIR. This should be perfect for what I need. Sorry, there's some bugs in here. But yeah, it should be perfect. Thermal paste, you need some. And my M2 dot. It's just a cheap 256 gigs. Like I said, I'm not gonna need a lot because all I'm doing is editing, and most of my storage needs are gonna be on a SSD, a different SSD. So I'm gonna 3D print a nice little stack of SSD racks. That way I can put 2 SSDs on there, both solid state SATA drive SSDs, and both are 1 terabyte each. So that's gonna complement this. For my cooler, I just went with a Olympus or a Olympus or whatever this brand is. It was like $20, something like that, on Amazon. And I didn't need much. It's gonna be. I just wanted to be nice and cool. And for as you can see, let me unblock this, but that's my actual case, or my case. And I need a riser for that because it's a different type of case. And for the power supply, I went with I found this used on also Hobby Off, and it's a CX650 ATX, and it's not modular, but I mean, I don't really need to be. It doesn't really need to be modular. It was just a good deal. It was about, also, I think it's like 4,200 yen, which is, again, it's like $32. You could buy a modular one for like $56, depending. 650 modular M for that price is pretty cheap, but I figured I would just buy it there when I was there. And this will be the actual case. Let me actually set you up a little bit more so you can actually see it. All right, there. Let's see. Let me raise you up. Oh, computer. There we go. Let me see. Actually, no. I like my cat is he's also a computer expert. He loves being out here with me. Let me see. Let me make sure. Boom. But this one I 3D printed. It's an open rack design, and I saw the design and it was very aesthetic pleasing, and I like the aesthetics of it, so I printed it. and it's made out of PETG, which is heat resistant, and I just like the design of it. We'll see if it fits. I haven't test fitted anything in here. I should have done that, but it's just I just wanted to, you know, build it. I was excited, so let's I just literally went ahead and printed it, and hopefully everything works out. It is a basically you put the motherboard on top, everything else, and then the graphics card goes here, and then the power supply on the bottom, and then it just, you know, pops off. I'm using for the power button, I'm using a keyboard key. So if you see that, very tactile. I like that. It's just a keyboard key I bought in Amazon, and it's just simple. I just put it in there. Put this you 3D print this key in there, and basically you're good to go. But yeah, with that, let's go ahead and start building. All right, let's do the board first. I am wearing some static little things, but all this stuff is not hard, right? So let me get some light, some more light in here. And of course, I apologize if there's noise. I have my 3D printer's printing some stuff, and then I have a dehumidifier going because here in Japan the summers are very, very humid, and it's just like impossible to like be at your house without one. But let's do this. All right. I do have a manual, so I can actually check, make sure as I go along the way, to make sure I actually, you know, put everything the way it's supposed to go, right? So let me see if I can put you guys a little bit right there. Or maybe if I move you guys over here like this, and actually lower you guys so you can actually see what I'm doing. Perfect. Sorry, I should have did this beforehand, but I'm a beginner at this, and so far I'm just trying to, you know, figure out what my style of video is. But very nice little board. Now let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. All right, so the manual tells you to basically put it, you get the little arrow, if you can see it here. Come on, focus on me. Right, see that little arrow? Well, this corner right here, that's where it goes. Basically put it in here. And it just goes in there. It doesn't really, there's no way to it just goes, it sits in there nicely. All right, I do have some experience with electronics, so at least in that portion I know what I'm doing. But you see that arrow? That's where it goes. So let me make sure there. And this is the most nerve-wracking part, because yeah, I don't want to bend any pins, but You basically put it in like that. And this is really nerve-wracking, right? Boom. Oh my goodness. But there you go. It's in. Perfect. Okay. Alright. Next, I'm gonna put the M2 on there. Might as well just do it now. This is a really small board, so you want to put a bunch of the stuff in before you put the big cooler in, because it's big and it's gonna block. I'm hoping that I bought the right RAM, because it is the cooler that I chose didn't specify if it cleared the full-size RAMs. So I'm hoping I didn't you know, F up, but that's why that's why I'm doing this video, just to make you know, I'm a beginner and I wanna actually, you know, I didn't see a lot of beginner builds in YouTube, so from actual beginners, not just, you know, I've seen a lot of them from actual professionals. So I wanted to do this just for those guys that also want to get into stuff like this, but it's not super hard, I will say. And let me get a screwdriver real quick. Got a little screwdriver in here. I gotta take out the screw from the board. That way I can actually put it inside. Come on. Here's a little screw. Oh, yeah. And this board is like half size, so it comes with like an extender thing. Because it's only 256 gigs. But you hear a click. Push it down. And then you go ahead and screw it in. Come on, there you go. Perfect. Oh. There it is. Awesome. Okay, cool. Now let's do the RAM. $32 gigs. DDR4. I think this was the cheapest one I could get in Amazon. So I was gonna buy some used RAM, but the prices were the same as new, so I was just not too happy with the pricing on RAM, because good RAM goes for a lot more money. But let's put it in. And this is it's not it's just next to each other. It's not like the other one where you can put I forget what it's called, but I know some of you guys built computers are gonna tell me, but basically you line it up. But this is also very nerve-wracking because the board is super stiff. Oh, do you hear the click? And boom, it's in. But yeah, I feel like I'm gonna break this board. That's why it's kind of, you know, a little nerve-wracking. But let me come on, don't do this to me. There we go. But I forgot how do you say it, or how to not say it, but what it's called when it's when they're separate, like they use its own lanes or whatever. I forget. I'm not very. Oh, like that. Is it in? There we go. It's in. Ooh, there we go. They didn't damage anything? Nope. All right, now let's do. Now we can do. We can set up for the cooler. Let me clear my space here. Yeah, just bear with me. I had to go clean my hands. Because, you know, this stuff is very sticky. But, got some in there. Now we can go ahead and do the cooler. Let me set this up properly. Basically, don't forget to peel this because I've seen a lot of I've seen a lot of fails on the web. People don't pull this, which is hilarious. But yeah, go ahead and pull it out. And we will place it. Let's see. What does it really matter how you place it, right? Because this, let me see. I think. How do you guys want it? Like that? Or like that? I'll just do it like that. Give you the most advantages, right? I think. But let's hope that it clears. It looks like it's gonna clear, but the little, I need actual movement. So we'll put it in later. Okay, cool. Now, let me set you up for a little bit higher so we can actually see. There we go. So, look that boy. Oh, and another thing, this is brand new. Like nobody used it, so it's kind of a score, honestly. It's pretty cheap, so I'm gonna call it a win, right? So let's get my other side of the. Where did it go? Oh, I'm dumb. It's right here. Anyways. Let's fit this. I think it fits somewhere. Let me see. Like this. There's like no instructions for this, so there we go. That's how it fits. And all the cable management can go in the middle, I think. Don't quote me on that. Do not remember. But, oh, sorry. It's something like that. Then, this one goes in here. Just gotta line it up. Like so. Perfect. Only thing I don't like, which I'm looking at right now, is the fan placement. I'm hoping this is an intake and it draws air in. Hoping. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see. For now, let's keep it like away. Now we just gotta orientate. Or actually, I had to print out before we do anything. Where is it? Before we do anything else, I had to print out little spacers. Reason being is the board. This is designed for a certain board, and my board has a little Wi-Fi board. The Wi-Fi thing on the bottom, and it doesn't fit flush, so I needed to print out some little spacers for it just to make sure that it fits flush and not you know, I don't damage the thing. But well, it's easy. All you gotta do is fire up the 360 Fusion 360 and you know, go at it. Then I position everything. Out it goes. Grab it. I think. Was it? I was mistaken. Oh no! Please. I think it's like that. Yes. And my hunch was right. That's how it goes. Then basically you just set little spacers. I'm using just little screws, M4. Hopefully this one's not, you know, I think it might be too big actually. So, no big deal, we got more. We got some more. So I'll just place one in there so it can like hold this place, and then we can go ahead and put the rest of the spacers in there. Get some more, and hopefully we'll have a computer here soon. There we go. Oh no, what was that? Was that one of my spacers? No. Oh, there it is. Awesome. Did not lose it. This took like 3 minutes to print. It was very easy. Like 2 minutes to design. Again, pretty freaking easy. So. And last but not least, did I just lose one? Alright, there you go. Oh, right here. Last but not least, this one. Which will go here. Alright. So, let me put you in focus over here. Sorry. Should I make sure you guys actually see? me see, make sure it's in there. Now it's in. Now this is a actual number 2, so that'll be a number 2 screw. Use an actual number 2 screwdriver, and we use this one right here. Snap off. I 3D printed this. Pretty strong for what it is, and this is a vessel number 2. I think it's a 200 mil, if I remember correctly. But this thing is amazing. I 3D printed this, and it has hold up. Very good. I use it mainly use it here at home because on my other box I have I prefer to have a little more robust screwdriver. Just you know, in case I wail on it or something, you know. But anyways, let's use this. And we will be very careful. Just like that. Nothing crazy. Why? Because you don't want to damage this. So as long as I feel some resistance, that's where I stop. There. Last but not least is this one. Come on. Is it not? I think it's not aligned properly, so there we go. Let's see if you can see it. Let me zoom in on this thing. And sorry for the major camera movements. It's focus on that. Well, there we go. That's literally where I stop. And as you can see, the little spacers. Let me actually take you off this camera so you can actually see the build. So we got spacer in between, right? And this is the whole build, right? Pretty nice case. And obviously we'll do the graphics card next. I'm gonna put you back in this tripod so I can have both my hands, and we'll put you at an angle. Oh. That way I have enough space. Actually, I can actually film this properly. Perfect. Anyways, the reason I got this case is because the graphics card goes here, and since it goes there, it's just very aesthetic. I know. Aesthetics is everything, right? So basically we want to do, we'll try to, actually let me do this first. I want to make sure that I actually put here because I don't want to damage this. So this one. Yeah. We'll go ahead and do this side first. Right, you line up the 16 lane, I think they call it. Oh, I didn't like that sound, but it is in, so no big deal, right? Boom. Then this thing goes. Please fit. I might actually made a boo-boo, and we'll see though. We'll see. That way it goes in here. Yes, it slides, and then slides. Please go in there like that. That's how it goes in. Right. I don't have a bolt or a nut, or sorry, not a nut, but a. I did not have a proper size screwdriver, or not screwdriver, sorry, a screw, because it's like a 4, and I needed a screw and a nut. So I'm just gonna use a zip tie for now, which is the next best thing. And now that I look at it, it's like doesn't want to help, but doesn't really matter. Why? Because all I want is to secure it in place. And for now, I'm gonna leave it because sorry guys, my battery died again. But where were we? Oh, that's right. Since we're a tool-centric channel, right? I'm gonna show you guys my my IPSs. These are really nice and handy. But anyways, let's continue on with this, right? Well, since I'm using a zip tie, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this down. All right, there, make it tight. Not secure. Now we can cut it, and I'll cut it up. Just make sure we cut it flush, because let's leave sharp angles. I just kid, I don't leave sharp angles, but I used my Tone cutter over here. This is their non-slip wood line. It's a wood resin, but I mean it's pretty good. And this I'm using to build a nice little overlanding kit, basically for going overlanding and stuff. I don't really go overlanding, but anyways, enough of that. Back to the computer. So let me make sure alright, cool, perfect. Now it's in there. I'll just turn it around real quick. Alright, let's plug this cable in. It's kind of nerve-wracking because it's at an angle, and I don't like that. But this is what it is. We line it up. Oh, this is gonna be I think it's gonna be an issue. Hopefully not. We'll see. We'll see. That's kind of annoying. So we'll go ahead and line it up right here. So yeah, it's on. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was nerve-wracking, but it is in there. I don't like that. It's touching. I'm not a fan of that. I might have to get a longer cable. That way I can run it either underneath or so it can clear this, because right now it's touching this, so I'm not sure if that's going to affect it in any way. But for now, we'll just keep it there. And make sure that it's fully seated in there. Let me see. Fully seated in there as well. Yes. Perfect. Or maybe, what if I do this? What if I flip it around? Let's actually, you know what? That's much better idea. Let's actually flip it around. Why? Because it has an angle, or not an angle, but a what you call it? Has a Oh wait, no, I can't. I'm dumb. That's all for nothing. But maybe I can bend it. I don't know if I should bend it, but I think I can, right? We'll see. We'll yeah, we'll see. And plug it back in. There we go. Clicked. Whew. Now we can go ahead and I like that a little bit better. Let's go here and make it click. Clicked. It's fully in. A little bit better. I think it's, yes, I think I need to get a longer cable. That way at least clears this, because I'm not sure it's gonna affect it or not, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, cool. Now the main plugs, right? So I have the fan. But right now it's gonna do we'll do the main power cable, which should be here, I believe. And we'll snake the main power cable in. Now we got power switch, power LED light plus, and then LED negative. So we gonna go ahead and find that, and it should be your panel 1. There, I think it's the panel 1, right? Panel, yeah, panel right here. That's the one we need. Panel, and oh my goodness, there you go. So panel, see power. Oh, let's see what it is. If it's negative or not. Kind of don't like that. The board should say, right? I think. Your panel's right here. it does say that. Cool. It says power preset. Okay. All right, guys. Figure it out. So you have it's my LEDs and my actual power cable, negative and positive. And then yeah, I figured that out. So basically now you can just turn it on with this button. And let me actually pull you guys off here. But right there, that's the power button. Well, yeah, this is the build. Looks pretty snappy or snazzy. Right there. Everything fits pretty nice. The only thing I didn't like is this riser cable is kind of short. Or if it's not short, it's well, it's short. It's only 300 mil, so I need to get a longer one. Maybe 350 would be good. That and I didn't know where to hook up the controls for the RGB. This ones, they're weird, and my board doesn't have them, or at least not where I can see them. So I'm gonna have to do a rain check on that. Oh, sorry about that. Damn it. All right, cool. But overall, it's pretty much done. And of course, I'm gonna spare you guys the. I'll spare you guys the. Let me get some good lighting here. I'll spare you guys the setup process because that's kind of boring, and I gotta troubleshoot first, you know, to make sure that it actually works. But yeah, it looks pretty damn awesome. I like this one, but let me. This lighting kind of sucks, but I think I can do better lighting over here. Turn it this way. There you have it, guys. It looks pretty freaking cool. I'll plug everything that I used on my video, and then I'll plug in the actual person who designed that open frame case or test bench or whatever you want to call it. And then I'll obviously suggest some fixes for just to make it so you guys can use it. Why? Because this is set up for a different board. It's still a micro ATX, or ATX, whatever it's called. And it's set up for a one that has a Wi-Fi, a different set of Wi-Fi here. I think my board was supposed to come with Wi-Fi, but I don't see the actual antennas. So, and something's missing from it. So, yeah. Let me see if it. There you go. As you can see. But regardless, that's okay. I'll get a board. I'll get a sorry, not a board, but I'll get a dongle, a USB dongle or something like that. But yeah, the things I had to modify for this, real quick, was one, the spacers. All right. Let me see. Come on. There we go. Oh man, come on. Just please work with me, man. Come on. There we go. Look at those, right? Why? Because it has it won't sit flush right here. As you can see, it's a little block right there for that what is it? Whatever is missing. I think that's the I forget it's like a coaxial cable, I think. I do not remember what it's called, but anyways, that's why I had to do that. And last but not least, the bracket for this GPU is wasn't compatible. Basically, it was this was designed for a different one. I think it's called the Founders Edition. I forget which one. It's one of the newer ones. And so I had to mirror the bracket so it will fit on the nice side, because on the other one it will just basically be that side and it looks ugly. But as you can see, let me make sure that you guys are getting a good picture of this. But I had to basically mirror it, and now it didn't fit properly because this is supposed to be over here and it's supposed to sit there, you know. But the way the guy that basically made this said, it was it's just glue. There was no screws. So this is glue, and this I didn't glue this because I didn't want to, you know, entrap my power unit in there. But overall, it's pretty nice. I'm gonna suggest some of the fixes to him so he can at least provide a different bracket for those guys that have the GPU that I have or similar to mine, and some other, you know, some other fixes, because it could be better. But overall, I really like it, and I hope you guys like it too. It's been actually a learning experience. I like it a lot. It was really, wasn't that difficult, honestly. It was pretty easy. So hopefully it powers on. We'll see. But with that, I'm out. Thank you guys for watching, and hope you like my content. So I'll see you guys on the next one, and you can watch this video right here.